Had attacks, but it's just been a numbers game because PSG have got back in numbers themselves. As we see, perfect example there. Vlahovic controls but can't quite bring it under his spell. It's cleared back to Donnarumma, who can clear up field.
Yes, I can confirm we've got another goal in the Champions League to tell you about. Marian Shved has just given the Ukrainian side Shakhtar Donetsk the lead away from home against RB Leipzig. So maybe a little bit of a shock on the cards in Germany as well. As Dusan Vlahovic holds on to possession well, it goes back towards Paredes. Through ball to Rabiot, maybe an opportunity here for Juventus. Not the greatest pass by the Frenchman Rabiot to find Cuadrado, but the Colombian will hold on to it under pressure from Nuno Mendes. Really poor pass there by Cuadrado, avoiding every man in black and white, and forces the defender of Danilo to track all the way back to pick up once again. Paredes, Vlahovic, now with Rabiot. Under pressure from Verratti. Back towards Cuadrado. Options limited. Goes back towards Brahma once again. It's the longest spell of possession that we've seen from Juventus in these early exchanges. Yet to do anything meaningful with it though. Danilo trying to thread it through towards Arkadiusz Milik. Wasn't the greatest of passes. Vitinha back now with Sergio Ramos. And now Kimpembe will look to bring this ball further up the field. Here's Nuno Mendes. Finds an option in Kylian Mbappe. Won't try and take on his man. Instead goes back towards Mendes once again. Mbappe down the line for Neymar. I think Neymar may have been offside anyway. I think actually took a little bit of a touch. So it'll be a throw-in for Paris Saint-Germain midway inside the Juventus half. And Mbappe immediately loses out to Rabiot. Vlahovic away from Marquinhos. Great tackle by Verratti. Vitinha's there to mop up and to go back towards his goalkeeper. And that seems to be a bit of a theme from PSG. They are very much aware that it's Vlahovic that is the main target and main goal threat for Juventus. Whenever the Serb's picking it up, he's swarmed by about 2 or 3.
Yeah, he is. That's a good recovery challenge there by Paredes. Neymar screams at Mendes for not getting in, but it's no real secret, is it? Vlahovic is, for me anyway, Juventus' best player. 4 goals already this season, and it certainly looks their threat.
As the ball is put into the area, it's dangerous as well. Great save by Donnarumma. Rabiot with the back heel, and then it's cleared away by Sergio Ramos. Hit back in, and somehow it's not turned in. Biggest opportunity that we've seen so far for Juventus. Donnarumma given plenty of congratulations and pats on the back from his team. Wonderful ball in by Cuadrado. Milik does everything right with the header, gets the power onto it. Great save by Donnarumma. Vlavic's back heel didn't work, and then it was Kostic that had a bit of a snapshot going wide of the mark. Really clear opportunity though. Juventus close to getting their equaliser.
Yeah, and suddenly it was very poor, that wasn't it, by Paris Saint-Germain. They seemed to be struggling to find any sort of defensive shape. Great header by Milik. Vlahovic very frustrated in the end, but that will give the Bianconeri plenty of hope.
Yes, they will, and they're going to try and press from the front here and cause issues for this PSG defence as Mendes plays the ball out for Mbappe. Neymar tries to give it back towards the Frenchman who's got pace to burn. He won't beat Danilo to it though. Danilo finds Cuadrado away from Mendes. Cuadrado down on the deck, may have been caught by the Portuguese fullback. Advantage played by Anthony Taylor. Cuadrado still rolling around on the deck. Here's Leandro Paredes. Support to his left in Moretti. Won't utilise him. Goes back towards Danilo once more. Here's Moretti. Back again to the Argentine Leandro Paredes. It's allowed PSG to get every player back. Sit behind the ball to try and snuff out the passing avenues. Cuadrado is back onto his feet now. We'll go back towards Brahma. Goal to tell you about for Manchester City away from home against Sevilla. No prizes in who got the assist or who got the goal.
I think, are you going to quiz me? I'm going to get Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne.
Unbelievable, as if you know your football. It is the Belgian Kevin De Bruyne got the assist or who got the goal. Who else better than Erling Haaland? That's going to get the goal there for the citizens as Cuadrado plays it towards the left-hand side now in the form of Paredes. Milik finding Vlahovic, he might be about to go for goal, does around 30 yards, but there was an offside given earlier, so it will be a free kick. But they're growing into this game more and more, Juventus.
I was just about to say that myself. Yeah, Juventus just seem to have warmed up a bit now that difficult start. Milik was offside, which is disappointing. They need to be a bit sharper himself and Vlahovic, but there do look to be chances out there if they are able to stay the right side of the line. The one time that PSG have been put under real pressure, they struggled, didn't they? So that'll give Juve some hope.
Yes, it will. And PSG are in possession just inside their own half in the form of Marco Verratti. Going out towards the right-hand side. Now with Lionel Messi taking on Paredes. Away from the Argentine. Now with Vitinha. Paredes finding support in Neymar. Vitinha. Verratti. Messi. Great tackle by Rabiot. Intercepted again though by Vitinha. Marquinhos will mop up for the Parisians. Turn out and find Vitinha on the halfway line. Goes right towards Verratti. PSG can look to come forward here with Sergio Ramos. Verratti could have played the through pass to Hakimi, didn't. Went in towards Mbappe. Hakimi back towards Mbappe. That's a wonderful goal and a wonderful finish from Kylian Mbappe. PSG 2-0 up now. Juventus carved open by the quick passing. And yet again, PSG are doing what PSG do, and Kylian Mbappe gets his second of the game.
So sharp, so explosive, so brilliant by PSG there. Lovely team goal, so much skill in the build-up, and they look like a team tonight, the way they're celebrating, which hasn't always been the case, has it? Mbappe at the double. We thought Juventus were coming into the game, but he can't really defend against that. Verratti, he's involved. Mbappe back, Hakimi back to Mbappe, and because the passing's so quick, they can't really follow his run, and because he's just so good, his technique's so good, they can't really do much about it. Give him half a second, and on the run, he follows it. It's such a great technique, isn't it? He just strikes through the ball. Second time he's done it, and second time he's scored. Yes,
it's a great technique, like you say, and it seems like Kylian Mbappe is liking a volley at the moment. Two efforts, 2 volleys to convert, and well, Juventus have it all to do. And we have passed the halfway point of this first half. It is Paris Saint-Germain 2, Juventus 0. And that goal has given me the perfect opportunity to hand over to Jack Ogilvie, who will take us through to half-time.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Juventus, of course, unbeaten this season coming into this game, but it looks like a long way back for the Bianconeri. Saying trailing 2-0. Their Champions League record's not the best since they went out the final in 2017, did the same in 2015 of course, but they've not made it past the last 16 for the last 3 years. And well, for me anyway, I think they might have their work cut out. There's a bit of a flashpoint here. There's a foul. Paredes and Ramos are having a go at each other. Neymar's down. Anthony Taylor's just going to, I think probably rightly, in fact it's Mbappe is down, he's just going to step away, take himself out of the danger zone really. Paredes and Verratti share a hug. Rabiot, Vitinha, they're chatting to the ref. Max Allegri's up there. Christophe Galtier's having his say. There's real flashpoint. There's a high five. Donnarumma's now come 80 yards to point out the stretcher might need bringing on. Mbappe looks to be in a bit of pain here, the 2-goal hero. And this is a worry for PSG and a worry for the match really. There doesn't look to be too much in it. I didn't think at first, but the reaction of the PSG players probably tells the story.
It does, however, PSG have sort of begun to have a reputation that if there's a ever so slightly late tackle on one of the star players, the star boys, every player will surround the referee to try and intimidate. Looking at that replay there's not much in it on Mbappe. There's no real studs to the ankle. Yes, it's late. Yes, he's caught. But I think he makes a little bit of a meal of it. Bremer and Ramos have both been shown yellow cards. And I think Ramos is kind of himself a little bit fortunate there, because he does actually put his hand to the throat of Leandro Paredes during the pushing and shoving.
Yeah, it's a yellow card, 1,458 for Ramos. No, he's never been too far away from the referee's notebook, has he, Sergio Ramos, the 36-year-old who struggled with fitness last season. And Marquinhos and Neymar are asking the question. Just having a look again on Mbappe. I think Bremer he catches him, there's no doubt about it, but whether it's more than a yellow card, some referees might not have a yellow card, that actually.
No, and some referees might not even have given a foul. I mean, I don't think it should have been a yellow. Yes, there should have been yellows for the silly argy-bargy that we saw afterwards, but it's somewhat to be expected in the Champions League. When you got sort of elite players like this, they don't have any edge lost against their opponents. And it was always going to boil over at some point, and it might mean now that actually Taylor has a bit more refereeing to do on his hands, because up until that point he hadn't really had to do much.
No, he hadn't. So yellow cards apiece for Sergio Ramos and Bremer, and after all that, a free kick to Paris Saint-Germain, around about 40 yards out. Perrin's going to have a one-man wall. It looks like it's going to be Miretti who forms it, but Verratti, Neymar and Messi stand over the ball. It looks like Ramos has stayed for Kimpembe. Mbappe's back on his feet. So Neymar plays it short to Messi, back to Neymar, and chips it over the top towards Ramos. He plays it against himself, just trying to play it over his shoulder off his left foot, but there's obviously something they picked out, isn't it? They're going to try and go over the top as often as they can.
Yeah, and I don't blame them at all. I mean, it worked out the first 5 minutes in order to actually open up this Juve defence and get them their opening goal. I think that they've realised early on that this is a Juventus defence that's got physicality, they've got sort of height and a bit of weight about them, but pace is where they're waning in the centre of defence. So if they get over the top and get Mbappe running onto these balls, they could have a field day, and well, that has very much been the case. To be honest, I don't think I remember Perrin making a save yet for Juventus.
No, Salzburg have gone 1-0 up at home to AC Milan. The other game in this group is Benfica v Maccabi Haifa. That's goalless. When I was saying that, I'm unconvinced by Juventus at the moment. Yes, we've got injury problems and other issues, but part of my worry for Juventus is that Benfica are so good. They got to quarter-finals last season. Yes, they have lost Darwin Núñez, but Gonzalo Ramos seems to have come on leaps and bounds even in the last 6 months. He's certainly one to look for as far as Portugal is concerned, going on to the World Cup, and before that as Hakimi into Vitinho. Mbappe gives it away, Miretti picks it off, but Vlahovic and Milik are going to have to do a lot of work, and Neymar jumps in. He apologises as well because he knew it was a foul, but Vlahovic was going to have to dribble almost from the halfway line. Juventus need to get bodies up. They're not going to do it by taking short free kicks like that. They're struggling to get in possession. They're going to go all the way back to Perrin. 2-0 down away from home in your Champions League opener. You've got to applaud maybe playing the right way, but you've also got to manage the game. Neither Milik nor Vlahovic is going to run in behind Marquinhos and Kimpembe. They may have a bit of luck against Ramos, but even so, you want them to get up the field and give them something to feed on, because A, they're not going to run in behind and they're not going to be able to run through them. No,
and that's sort of evident there. Vlahovic did his best to run through him. I think Vlahovic just feels like he's got no other option but to do that, considering he's not getting much, if any, support from the rest of his teammates. I mean, when Juventus do have possession in the final third, or the very least in the middle of PSG's half, they look like they could cause an opening. I think they need to just get more crosses into the area. For PSG, they've already sort of found the best way through Juventus. They put one cross into the area and they could have easily equalised. If they do that again, they've got the height and physicality in the form of Milik and Vlahovic. Just need to do that bit more. They need to find something that works, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, the one time they did go for, they did well, didn't they? Here they are, Miretti. We're about 30 yards from the PSG goal. They're going left to right on our TV pitch, independent off-tube studio commentary. 2-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. If you just join us, Mbappe with both strikes. And, well, goals 8 and 9 for the season for Mbappe as Bremer finds Cuadrado. Nuno Mendes does well, sends him back towards his own half, and Bonucci, the skipper. Cuadrado says he's fouled by Nuno Mendes and stops. He might have been right, but just think there, Cuadrado, he needs to get the ball, and before Mendes gets anywhere near him, play around the corner, spin him behind. They need to play with a bit more dynamism. They're not the possession they're playing with is not quick enough to get in behind Paris Saint-Germain, so they themselves, Juventus, need to put the pace on the ball.
From what I've noticed about Cuadrado's performance so far in this game, he's got the ball a fair bit on this right-hand side. He's only passed the ball forward once, and that was the cross into the area that found Milik. He needs to be far more direct with his attacking play. He's going to kick the ball forward this time, though, considering he is taking the free kick.
He is. It's whipped ball in. His header as well. Bremer getting above Ramos. His looping header goes on to the roof of the net. Gianluigi Donnarumma not interested in that one. Of course, it seems strange still saying it that Donnarumma will be one of the players who won't be playing at the World Cup. Of course, Italy failing to qualify, despite being the European champions. It's such a bizarre situation, isn't it, really? I was thinking, just looking back, I remember Cuadrado having his best football at the 2014 World Cup, and it dawned on me that was 8 years ago. It's a long time in a career, isn't it? And, well, a long time in life.
Yeah, it baffles me that World Cup is actually 8 years ago. It seems only like yesterday that the likes of him and James Rodriguez were really making a name for themselves. Cuadrado, he got a few big money moves. Obviously went to Chelsea, didn't pay out for him, and he moved back to Italy, where he has had a far more joy. But I feel like his career is somewhat stuttered since then. He's no longer really a forward player. He's more of a defender now, right back, right wing back, and I've never really felt that his defensive attributes suited a fullback. I think he is more of a forward player, and I think because he's played in the fullback position so much, I think his thought process maybe a little bit stunted. He doesn't have that directness to his game anymore.
No, he doesn't. That old classic quality of getting the ball out your feet, he doesn't seem to have that, does he? As Marquinhos will stroke it to Vitinha, who's got Verratti squared. The three central midfielders for Juve anywhere near Verratti, but it breaks down there. Poor pass by the Italian. Paredes wins it against his former club. Then well, that's good refereeing by Anthony Taylor. Paredes stopped, waited for the touch, went down, wasn't really a touch, and referee Taylor waved the play on, and Italy, Paris Saint-Germain were allowed to carry on through their Italian Verratti. And Messi now. Vitinha. Kimpembe to Neymar. Played against that Colombia side in the quarterfinals, got injured of 2014. We're just reminiscing here as PSG stroke the ball around in front of Max Allegri. Rabiot does well to get in and make a challenge. It almost works out for PSG though, but eventually falls to Bremer. With Chelsea, it's given away by Paredes. Hakimi's onto it. He's got Mbappe to his right hand side. Neymar at the back post. Mbappe has put his foot on the ball. He's in the box. Messi, trademark spot edge of the box. He gives it to Vitinha. Maybe should have taken the shot on. Difficult for Vitinha. The ball's rolling across him. He's trying to open his body and just stroke it into the top corner. Perhaps overplaying there, PSG.
Yeah, very much so. I think we all assumed, and Messi picked up on the edge of the area, that he was just going to have a quick touch, get it onto his left boot and curl it into the top corner. Very unselfish that time around. Messi saw Vitinha making that late run, thought he was in a better position. Vitinha, well, he's got his angles and his execution all wrong there. The moment he left his boot, you knew he was ending up in row Z.
Kostic gives it away. There's acres of space in behind him. Vitinha will use it to the feet of Mbappe. Vitinha gets it back. Lovely skill just to stroll past his man. Verratti takes over. Ramos coming forward. Just looking at scores elsewhere. His former club Real Madrid goalless away at Celtic, and another former club Sevilla are 1-0 down at Manchester City. As Neymar into Nuno Mendes. That's exactly what I was saying. Juventus should have done a quick 1-2 between himself and Mbappe. The ball wasn't the best by Mendes, but it just takes players out of the game and you play it so quickly. Yeah,
you always talk from a young age, triangle football and 1-2s is the way to go, just to carve open a side, pass and move, never remaining static where you are. And well, there's just so easy for PSG to carve through this Juventus defence, and if they find their groove, which they have on a few occasions, not consistently, but if they do it on a more consistent basis, they really could be in trouble.
Yeah, Messi comes forward. This could be a goal. Back heel by Neymar. It would have been a wonderful strike that if Messi had been able to work the most out of that assist. Neymar, will he be able to get onto it? Perrin's just about going to be there. Neymar throws himself to the ground. And maybe we've got a touch from Cuadrado, and I think it's an awkward fault. Perrin's thrown the ball out. Not much the goalkeeper could have done. He pats Neymar on the back in apology, and that's where Neymar's hurt by looks as well. Not being cynical, he's thrown his arms up in the air while he's on the ground. The PSG physios don't exactly rush on. It was great skill, then a 1-2 almost off Bremer. Cuadrado just nudges him out, and Perrin catching him with his knee. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done, but
He sort of squirms in. It's very much sort of a Neymar thing to do when you're on the decks and you're clutching your back and someone taps you on the back to apologise, and you make out like they've just been punched while on the floor as well. You very much can't win with Neymar.
But yeah, in this day and age with VAR, first time we've said it tonight, but what does he expect is going to happen? That it's never going to be a penalty kick.
No.
He's obviously been caught, that's fair enough, but how can he complain at the goalkeeper for getting the ball and then Neymar jumping into him, and then the referee is not going to give a penalty there because Neymar's gone down without any contact? It's like you say, you can't always win with Neymar, and he just seems to be back on his feet now. PSG back to 11, leading 2-0 at home to Juventus. Juve very much second best, and PSG have played pretty much when they've wanted to. They've turned it on when they've seen the opportunity and controlled the game. Otherwise, there've been a couple of half chances and decent chances actually for Juventus, but at the moment they're going backwards. PSG pushing up as a unit. As Danilo, the former Real Madrid, Porto, Manchester City man, will bring it forward to the feet of Moretti. Now Paredes. He's got a man to his left hand side. It's Moretti. He's got Danilo to his left hand side. Kostic just tucked in to try and give Danilo a bit of space. Now step over by Milic, but it's well read by Marquinhos. He's one of those players, defenders, makes it all look so effortless. Hakimi, is he onside? No, wrong side of the line there. Poor by Hakimi, really. He was looking right along it, and he's also right in front of the assistant.
Yeah, has no need to be offside there whatsoever. It is pawned from Achraf Hakimi, and well, they're flooding forward there, Messi, Neymar and Mbappe. If he stays on side, I think it's a 4-on-3, and it could easily end up being a 3-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. And Hakimi, considering the amount of pace he's got, he can afford to give the opposition at least a yard or two and still get there in time.
Former player who had a spell in Italy, of course, with Inter Milan winning the Serie A title, Scudetto. AC Milan, they won it last year and are back on level terms away at Salzburg. Salamakas has got the goal as Rabiot works it wide to Cuadrado. Cuadrado outside, inside to Rabiot. Shooting chance, maybe no. A good tackle by Vitinha. And Rabiot asks the question, but it will just be a throw, and Vitinha just kind of shakes his head as he walks away because he knew it was never going to be a free kick. Cuadrado wants to get on with a quick throw. No one's ready for him though. Very passive at the moment by Juventus. Cuadrado then throws it. It's headed by Neymar, and then Cuadrado gets about to stroke it into Bonucci, a solitary figure. That's the only outfield player in the Juventus half. The Bianconeri enjoying possession, but playing in front of PSG at the moment, who look like they've worked the shape out. Milik will turn. So over the top by Vitinha, back towards his own goal. Moretti gives it away. Ramos steps in on that yellow card, so had to be careful, under no real pressure. Hakimi, the player just makes it so easy, always on his toes. Ramos sweeps it to Kimpembe, who, as he does so well, will get his head down and, well, he'll make a good 40 yards for his side there. Carries the ball well, doesn't he, the Frenchman? Neymar works inside to Vitinha. Now Verratti, Messi puts his foot on the ball, thought about turning, but goes backwards. Vitinha, Verratti, bodies left and right for him to aim at. He comes to the left, and Mbappe, 2-goal heroes so far. Paris Saint-Germain 2, Juventus 0. Earlier on, Dynamo Zagreb 1, Chelsea 0. Dortmund beating Copenhagen 3-0. Already for the rest of the scores in the second, but Mbappe has just gone past Cuadrado like he wasn't even there. The cross is blocked, corner kick to PSG. Benfica 0, Maccabi Haifa 0, the other game in this group. Celtic 0, Real Madrid 0. Shakhtar 1-0 up at RB Leipzig. 1-1, like I said, between Salzburg and Milan. And Sevilla 0 at Manchester City 1.
Yeah, like you mentioned there, Mbappe, he's so good when it comes to taking players on the wings. Cuadrado, again, no slouch either, was blitzed past by Mbappe, and now this corner kick, see what they can do. Messi
towards the near post, is way by Vlahovic, back to Verratti, who watched it come out of the sky, and with his left foot, couldn't direct it goalwards.
No, it fell to the wrong man there, really. Verratti isn't really known for his goal-scoring exploits, especially from outside the area, but you can't really blame him for going for goal. When the ball falls from the air like that, edge of the area, I think 9 times out of 10, the player that it falls to is going to have a pop, and that one, he never got himself over the ball.
No, he didn't, as Juve move their ball from the goal kick up towards the PSG half, and untested so far as Rabiot brings it forward. He's got Cuadrado outside of him. Mendes is straight on to Cuadrado. He has to go backwards. Just over 2 minutes left of the first half. Independent of Chief Studio commentary. Paris Saint-Germain 2, Juventus 0. Almost looks like a switch in shape for Juve at the moment. Danilo's playing as a left back, of Kostic further down the line. Obviously trying to mix things up tactically to try and get an edge on PSG, but it's not working, and Bonucci's pass drifts over the head of Cuadrado out for a throw that Presnel Kimpembe will be the man to take, but in no real rush. Back in the side after a summer of rumours linking him with a move away. Neymar's gone short. That's open space for Vitinha, who nods it back to Verratti. Verratti was fouled by Rabiot, yes, the former teammates. Rabiot catching his much more diminutive opponent on the knee there. Verratti waiting for the contact. As PSG get back on with it, Marquinhos is inside his own box, will find Ramos, similar to Kimpembe, likes bringing the ball forward. It goes short to Messi. I'm guessing Messi's probably happy to be on Ramos's team than be opponents like they were for so many years.
Yes, I'd say definitely the case. I mean, Paredes, he hasn't had the greatest game today for Juventus against his former side, and well, we're not even going to see Di Maria face his former side either, because he gets another player injured, and Juventus are lacking that real attacking edge, particularly from the wings, and I'd say even more so the left-hand wing, where maybe Di Maria would have filled in. Everything that's been good, and has been a great deal from a Juventus attacking point of view, has been on this right-hand side. We've barely mentioned any cross or any ball being played on that left-hand wing.
Yeah, no Di Maria, no Chiesa, no Pogba, no Szczesny, the goalkeeper, out as well. They're a bit short. They started off the season playing 4-3-3 Juventus, but they had to go to a back three from time to time like they are this evening, just because they are short of numbers, as Messi finds Mbappe. 2 minutes have been added on. It's half time between Sevilla and Manchester City, and Leipzig and Shakhtar Donetsk, because Vitinha Pembe inside. Ramos has moved forward almost into the Kyle Walker position in midfield there. Just inside, central position. Go back to his nominal role. Coutinho. Neymar steps over and is crunched into by Moretti. That'll be a yellow card. Neymar is down on the floor, but it's well, from the first viewing, Fabio Moretti, that's a deserved caution.
Yes, looking at the first sort of actions, it does look like a very bad tackle on Neymar. It's powerful, it looks a little bit high. Seeing a replay of it here, comes in very forcefully. He gets the ball with his hip, so to say, from Moretti. He can't say he's in much control, and there is slight contact on Neymar. Does Neymar make a little bit of a meal of it? Arguably so. Yeah,
it's a great player initially. So much contact. Even so, it's one of those. It's a yellow card because Neymar has to get out of the way, but otherwise he's going to get a whack. He just about did enough, and Moretti did catch him on the. I thought it was a left ankle, but it's a right ankle that's been sprayed. Around about 20 seconds left of the half. We'll probably get this free kick, and that might be it. If you are just joined us, Mbappe scored twice for Paris Saint-Germain. They lead Juventus 2-0. Much to the delight of the home fans at the Parc des Princes. Christophe Galtier to be very pleased with how his Champions League debut as the PSG manager is going. Verratti and Messi stand over the ball. Neymar throws his bottle towards the stands in frustration, or the touchline rather. It's down to Nick Sinners, so we see this is Al Khalifi and Agnelli, the PSG owner and Juventus owner, sitting next to each other. We had the free kick, nothing really came of it. PSG looking good at the break. They lead Juventus 2-0.
Half-time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence. Found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area. Found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half-time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence. Found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area. Found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half-time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence. Found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area. Found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half-time, it's it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes. Found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Psg Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area, found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Psg Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area, found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Psg Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area, found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Psg Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area, found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Psg Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area, found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Psg Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area, found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Psg Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area, found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Psg Germain. Verratti to Mbappe, to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area, found Milik, his header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area found Milik. His header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area found Milik. His header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area found Milik. His header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area found Milik. His header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area found Milik. His header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area found Milik. His header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move by Paris Saint-Germain. Verratti to Mbappe to Hakimi, back to the Frenchman, who once again on the volley smashed it home. Juventus, they've only really had one opportunity. Cuadrado's cross into the area found Milik. His header forced a fantastic save from Donnarumma. Half time, it's PSG 2, Juventus 0. The Parisians got the opening goal within 5 minutes of the kickoff. A lovely through ball by Neymar over the top of the Juventus defence, found Kylian Mbappe, who caught it sweetly on the volley and smashed it home from 10 yards. The second, a brilliant team move